Welcome. We are in the mountains in California. I found a nice little place for us to nest away. The bench that I was sitting on, the gentleman who built that bench for his mother and worked with the city to put it here up on the trail, was sitting on the bench when I came up here earlier, and I got a chance to meet him. He lives in Seattle, and he comes out here to pay respects to his mother and just to sit on the bench and just to remember her. And I got a chance to talk to him. That was so cool. And he was just a beautiful, open soul. Let me share something with you. I was talking to my friend the other day about this, about how the part of people that we receive, that we experience, is a reflection of ourselves. And when people say we attract who we are, that's facts. And it's hard to hear because we may not necessarily attract the best of people. And it's hard to sit with the fact that the energy we are receiving is the energy that we're putting out. But it makes more sense. It's hard to sit with that reality of ourselves, right? And that, because most of the time we see ourselves as wonderful people or okay people, or not people that, or people who are more involved or evolved than other people. But the reality of it is there's areas of our life that we're not aware of. And once we have awareness in what those areas are that we need to shift in a way that supports how we want to show up in the world and receive in the world, that's when we start to experience a different part of people. And I had this realization late last year. I did a lot of work on myself and just sitting in a different space within myself. And what I noticed is the part of people that I get to receive and experience is a different part of people that I used to experience. For example, the gentleman that I met up on the bench, I got to see the most vulnerable, open, transparent, loving, generous part of this being. Yes, are there different elements and parts of who he is, right? And there might even be a part of him that I probably wouldn't like. But I got to experience a part of him that I wanted to experience. Why? Because I worked on myself to embody, to embrace, and to rest in the parts of myself that I wanted to bring forward. And therefore, I bring those elements forward in other people. Now, had I met him 8 months ago, I may have received and experienced a completely different part of him because I was not where I am now. Because I am rested, because I am open, because I'm vulnerable, I get to experience those things in other people now. And it's so beautiful. It's what I wanted. To be honest with you, it was my dream. It's my dream. And it makes me kind of emotional to think about it. I remember someone asking me, Latoya, if the world was perfect and what is your dream? If you could do anything, what would it be? And for me, it was creating and cultivating a space where people felt so safe that they could just be. The inner child to glow, to feel safe enough to glow, to open up, and to be creating spaces like that now mean the world to me, because I didn't think that I didn't know what that looked like. I didn't know how difficult it was going to be to create that, right? And what I realized and what I learned is that this was not anything that I really had to do outside of myself. It was about becoming. That's all it was. It was becoming that person, just becoming. It was me working on myself, you know? It's fascinating. Coming out to these woods just reset me to ensure that when I do have interaction with wonderful souls like yourself, that you are able to experience the best of who I am. And we can connect in that space in a mutual way. That's very important to me. Oh, look how pretty this is. It's beautiful. Thank you, Mother Earth.